Hair bazaar.
What is it that inspired you to become a barber?
That's a funny story because I never was going to be a barber at all. It was funny, my mom used to cut our hair when we was younger. So I was going to the barber shop. Omar was, just regularly working. So I went to the barber shop to get a haircut one time. And the barber gets me into an argument because I made an appointment. And he said I did make an appointment. So we're going back and forth, back and forth. And then the other barbers in the shop, we got into, a little back and forth. I'm a young guy, little kid. We're going back and forth with the kids. So I just left the barber shop and I went home. Omar saw I was mad. I was like, yo, man, I'm just trying to get a haircut. That's all I was trying to do. So Omar, unbeknownst to me, was trying to become a hairdresser. So I said, all right, well, just cut my hair. So that's how I actually started with him. And then once he got started, I was actually working in the casino as a assistant manager of room service. Where I started as a bus person, worked my way up, became assistant manager, and was doing good. And then he said, we need to go on business together. We need to back his business. But knowing my brother, I know he's not really doing money. So I said, all right, you know what? I'll learn how to cut hair along with you, and then we'll go on business together. So I kind of sacrificed my goals in life because I figured it would help him out, you know what I'm saying? And I could go back to what I was doing, in the casino business. All right, man. All right, take care. Good to see you.
Is there anything that you'd like to tell future barbers coming up in the industry, barbers that are aspiring to have their own barbershop?
Only thing I say to future barbers that definitely look for the long term in haircutting.
Okay.
You have to figure out a way because, being a barber is a self-employed person. So you have to learn how to put your money away for the rainy day. Mm-hmm. As soon as you get in the barber, and once you get your clientele up, don't worry about going out and partying all the time. You need to take a certain percentage of your money and put it away for retirement because you're not gonna have the same thing that people have, like Social Security and things that people have working regular jobs. You have to really build your own nest egg up somehow, some way there's gonna be a time you retire because you see some barbers that are cutting hair until they're 85 years old. And that's probably why they cut hair so long. Because they really didn't start working on retirement when they got into cutting hair. And I think the only reason I was knowledgeable about that because, like I said, my family was in self-employed business for all their life. So I know through them what I had to do once I came into this job.
You definitely touched on a good point where you have to jump on that stuff early. Because if you don't, you can really put yourself in a bind. And what I noticed, Ab, is sometimes when new barbers are coming into this industry, they realize that they have to do all their financial savings themselves. What it does is it becomes a turnoff. But it's like anything else. If you focus and you put your mind to it, anything is possible.
Yeah, we lose a lot of good barbers because of that too, because they realize later on cutting hair, they're not gonna have a pension. And they go seeking other jobs to get that pension or get this or that. But being a barber, even the prices we charge now, we're not outrageous prices like some barbershops are. We make enough money, good living, you know what I'm saying? So if you just took $5 off each haircut a day and just put it away for retirement, you're gonna have a nest egg to retire off of.
That's right, yeah, it definitely builds.
Yeah.
You've built a life in the barber community, and, in your community and everything. If you weren't a barber, what other profession do you think you might have gone into? Like something of another interest you may have had, or along those lines?
Before I said earlier in the interview, I kind of got not forced to be a barber, but I was helping family out, so I was a bit that type, you know what I'm saying, family first anyway. So I was actually on my way up in the casino business. So I was shadowing a guy in food and beverage, which he was a food and beverage director. So now I was assistant manager of room service, but I knew that's not where I was going to stop at. So I started shadowing him around. He was really teaching me a lot of things and different gourmet restaurants and just teaching me the business as far as in the casino. So where I probably would have been in the casino, I probably would have been the CEO of a casino.
Yeah, I was about to say you might have been another Steve Wynn.
Yeah, I might not. But the thing about it is that being that, I probably wouldn't have been in this community that long. Okay. You know, I probably would have got branched off to someplace else because the casinos went so many different places. So, you know, I might not have been around here as long as I've been around here now. So, but I definitely would have been in charge some way. And I've been cutting hair for 31 years now. So, if I was in a casino that long, I probably would have been up, you know, up in the echelon of management.
Absolutely.
Thing I want to touch on though, you know what I'm saying? I always say that no one really puts forth, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's the right thing or wrong thing, but like,
what's that?
You know, a lot of barbers out here now don't realize that they're role models, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So young kids coming up, you know what I'm saying? That they can be that guy that somebody can aspire to be. As well as the people from the community who work in casinos, you know what I'm saying? Because I always want to do like a history wall, like from the people who come from the community who did good here. You know, because, you know, a lot of guys, they do stuff in front of kids, you know what I'm saying, that you're really not supposed to do because you're in a barbershop. But it's, you know, I try in this shop all the time to tell my barbers all the time, look, y'all gotta realize y'all role models, man.
Exactly, you have to lead by example.
Yeah, lead by example. Even what you do on the street, you know what I'm saying, you gotta realize somebody's watching you, you know, somebody see what's going on. Like I drink after work, you know what I'm saying, no problem at all. But I don't post on my social media me drinking at all. Right. Because I know there's some kids that's watching me on social media. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the craziest thing I ever heard is that a kid says, you know, well, where you live at? Like, you live in the barbershop somewhere, you stay here? You know, they don't even know that you got a life outside the barbershop at all, you know? Right. That you're here in the barbershop, that's all you are. So it's just crazy to realize that you don't realize that you are a role model to kids in the community.
Yeah, you know, and it's questions like that, you know, that the barber comes across that lets you know how effective you are and how immature that child is at that point in time. So they're absorbing everything that they see in front of them. So that was a very good point that you touched on, you know, being a role model and leading by example. You know, all of those things make a real difference.
Yeah, because you do stay young being in the barbershop, you know what I'm saying? You're around young guys all the time, so.
Yeah, you stay relevant.
Yeah, you stay relevant, you stay young, but some people stay young acting.
Yes.
You know, once you get to a certain age, you got to realize what's right and what's wrong to do around certain people, so. And some barbers do, but some barbers don't, so. I think just to keep it instilled, you know what I'm saying, besides anything else, you are a role model in your community.
Good point, good point.
You won't get it live in the barbershop because this is the one place where you come. You held accountable for what you say.
Absolutely.
Listen, when I used to bring my sons here, they never understood why you in the barbershop so long.
Right.
Listen, if you pay attention,
all mad and irritated,
you will understand the reason why we're doing this. This is a safe haven, man. If you don't have it, you know somebody who do.
That's right.
This is the importance of networking.
We will connect you to anything and everything. My name is Reece The Barber. I've been in the area for probably 30 some years. Started out very young. I was inspired by a gentleman by the name of Omar, may he rest in peace. And he, you know, just picked me out of a crowd of clients that were waiting in the barbershop, and I was one of them. And he said to me, you know, you have the charisma to, you know, be a good barber. And, you know, the rest is history. It's been a great industry. I've learned a lot about the industry. I learned a lot about people. I learned a lot about myself. So I'm moving into another section of my life where I want to explore other options, and I want to be able to bring other shops into view, because there's a lot of barber shops out here, but people don't know much about the barbershop or the industry. There's a lot of YouTube footage and things of that nature, but the in-depth inner workings of the barbershop and how things go is on a whole nother level.